Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Dodgers. Is the bullpen losing steam? Let's talk all about it.
Against his old team. Ohtani unleashes on an 0-1. Hits one more time. Way back. Reyes fires. Swing and a drive. Deep left field.
Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Dodgers. My name is Alan Ruiz. This is the final part in our 3-part video series about how the Dodgers' recent additions to the roster through the trade deadline will be impacting this team going forward. The past few videos have been about the starting pitching and the bottom of the Dodgers lineup. This one's going to be about the bullpen, and the main player we'll focus on in this video is Michael Kopech. Lots of thoughts on him, but first, what is the state of the Dodgers bullpen, not just now, but throughout the season? And earlier in this season, the Dodgers bullpen, let's say at the very beginning of the season, a lot of hype around this bullpen. We had guys like Blake Treinen, Daniel Hudson, Brusdar Graterol, Joe Kelly, and everybody was really looking forward to the strength and dominance of the bullpen, the relief pitchers for this team. However, injuries happened. Starting pitchers got injured as well, more bullpen usage per game, and guys just started falling apart. In July, if we look at that month, the bullpen had a 5.55 ERA. That is not a good number for a bullpen to have. But since then, they've turned it around. Dodgers now have a 3.57 ERA for their bullpen throughout the course of the season. That is the 5th best in MLB, so they have improved. But will they be able to continue that success down the stretch and into the postseason? They have gotten Ryan Brazier back. He was injured for a while. He has played in 11 games since being activated from his injury. He has only given up 2 earned runs, so he's looking good. Blake Treinen's back. Brusdar Graterol might be coming back on September 6th. You have guys like Joe Kelly going down, however, so there is an influx of in and out, injured, healthy, doing well, not doing well. Right now, I think the Dodgers bullpen is in a good spot, and much of that is due to Michael Kopech. Michael Kopech is a Dodgers relief pitcher who they acquired from the Chicago White Sox back at the trade deadline, and the numbers that he has put up for the Dodgers are incredible. Look at these splits between Chicago and the Dodgers. 43 games with Chicago, 17 with the Dodgers, and the ERA, what a stark difference this is. 4.74 with the Chicago White Sox, 0.53 with the Dodgers. He's only given up 2 earned runs with the Dodgers in his 17 games. The WHIP, the walks and hits per innings pitched, what a drop-off. 1.35 with the Chicago White Sox and 0.53, same number as ERA actually, that's ironic, with the Dodgers. He has been lights out for the Dodgers. High velocity, in the zone, movement on his slider, his cutter, dominance on the mound, the big frame that he has. I think Michael Kopech should be the Dodgers closer. And here's why. In the postseason, you want a closer who can get on that mound and scare batters. If it's a tight game in the postseason, 5-4, let's say, you want a closer who is not going to let guys get on base through a walk. You want him to go up there, pound the zone, strike after strike, swing and miss, strikeouts, get the guy back in their own dugout, and remove or prevent any havoc or chaos on the base paths. That's what you want out of a closer in the postseason. So can Michael Kopech do that? Let's look at his percentiles for this year. If we look at his zone percentage, how often he throws a strike in the zone, 51.2%, about half the time. Chase percentage, 28.9, so how often he gets the batters to chase his pitches. How often he throws a pitch on the edge of the zone, pinpointing strikes, 43.2%. How often does he throw a first pitch strike? That would be 62.9%. And how often, this is the one I love right here, how often does a batter whiff, swing and miss at his pitch? 32.7%. All of those numbers are above MLB average. This is an elite relief pitcher who has closer type stuff written all over him. I would love for Dave Roberts to put Michael Kopech as the official Dodgers closer come postseason time. Up until now, he's a little bit hesitant to make that specific distinction and designation for Kopech, but I think once the time comes, that decision will be made. Another option could be Evan Phillips. We know he's had some time as the closer for the Dodgers in the past, in the previous months, even past years. But I think Michael Kopech just has an extra level of dominance and scary factor, I think, for these opposing batters. So what is my Dodgers feel-o-meter for the Dodgers bullpen? Is it no stress? Is it mildly sweating, nail-biting, or losing sleep? For me, I would say mildly sweating. Yes, I do think the Dodgers are in a good spot with their relief pitching. You have guys coming back, you have guys doing well, like Brian Brazier, for example. But the big issue is starting pitching. And I know it sounds disconnected, but Tyler Glasnow is injured. Yamamoto's coming back, but he'll only be able to pitch maybe 3 innings when he does return. Clayton Kershaw is out. Buehler and Miller haven't been performing well. Sometimes they only go 4 or 5 innings. So as a result, you have starting pitchers in the game that are either struggling like Buehler or Miller, or minor league pitchers like Robleski, Landon Knack. I know he did really well his last start, but these guys who are maybe only going 5 innings in a game. And so your bullpen, just like earlier in the season with starting pitchers being injured, your bullpen is pitching about half the game very often. We just had almost a full bullpen game against the Guardians. And yes, the Dodgers won. But how often can you have your bullpen doing so much in a game before they get taxed and overworked and the performance starts to show that? That's what I'm worried about. For example, Kershaw, he had 1 inning against the Diamondbacks before they took him out. He ended up going on the IL because of the bone spur in his toe, his left big toe. And so Joe Kelly, they brought in Kelly, and he only ever pitches 1 inning. He's just one of those relief pitchers that goes 1 inning. But they had him go 1 2/3 of an inning. And I remember I looked at my dad and I told him, why are they doing this? Like, this may not end well. And sure enough, right shoulder inflammation, Joe Kelly is on the injured list, another pitcher down for the Dodgers. And it's not anybody's fault. Everybody's trying to perform as best they can. It's just that they have limited guys. And the guys that they do have are not performing in a way where it'll sustain the bullpen and sustain the roster for an extended period of time. All these guys are human. As much as we like to think that they're superheroes, they're going to get tired, and maybe they are already, which is a very scary thought. So what needs to happen for things to turn around? Pitchers need to get healthy, starting pitchers. Yamamoto needs to get lengthened out, Glasnow needs to come back, Kershaw needs to come back and give length to the team down the road in this next month so that the relief arms don't have dead arm by the time the postseason comes around. They're able to throw their 100-mile-per-hour fastball right down the middle and strike guys out and not have to worry about fatigue, which I know it's a 162-game season, but anything that the starting pitchers can do to help this bullpen, it's really a help a guy out type of situation. Everybody's trying to do what's best for themselves and also for the team as well to make a deep run into the playoffs. So we'll definitely see how things play out. That's why I say mildly sweating for me, because there is some concern with fatigue. But nevertheless, the guys they have in that bullpen, absolutely stupendous. Blake Trinan, the horizontal movement he has on his pitches, Daniel Hudson and the pedigree that he has, Brusdar Graterol, if he can come back, Michael Kopech, Joe Kelly, Alex Vesey, and Anthony Banda. What a turnaround those guys have had in their career as soon as they got to the Dodgers. Wow, they have done incredible. So the names they have in this bullpen, it makes me have a sense of security because I know that even if they are fatigued, these guys are going to do incredible just because of the player that they are and their track record, their history. So please let me know down in the comments, what do you think about the Dodgers bullpen? What is their state now, and what are your concerns going into the future? I'd love to hear from you all. Thank you everybody for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, leave a like on this video, and click the notifications bell as well to support my channel. Have a great day everybody. My name is Alan Maurice. Go Dodgers, and I will see you next time on the next episode of All Things Dodgers.